Let's see now. Ah, hmm. Break the chains. I don't wanna live. You don't wanna die. If you ever know you'll go bye. I don't wanna live. I'm on the way. Yeah. When you break a chain. I'm waiting on people. Let me try something. Mm. Anybody else in here yet? No? I guess it would be a good time to try something here. Nobody else in here. Of course, I should have probably did this beforehand. Probably shouldn't though because of the fact I could get copyright striked. Hello, it looks like we have a second person in here now. Giddy. Hello, second person. How are you doing? Who do we have now? Um, just trying to wait around a bit here. There wasn't a whole lot of news I found tonight, so it's going to be a little bit more looser tonight. Do have some tsunami news and some other anime news here. Looks like we got a lurker here tonight, huh? Yeah. So, well, basically, just waiting around to see who else shows up. Hopefully, we get a few people in here pretty soon here. Um, you know, was going to try something there just as you came in, but I realized I probably don't want to do that because might get copyright striked. So, ATC. Yeah, it always seems that way. It's like it's been seeming like that. More and more people aren't coming in right at 7, so I, yeah. But I also know that Crow started at 7 tonight as well. So some of them may be over there. Um, but it would be nice if people get here, on time. That way we can get right into it. You know, um, but I know people are busy. I know, like anonymity, he works and doesn't get home a lot of times until like guess what would be 10:30 his time, 7:30 for me here. So we're already coming up on 7 minutes. Wow. Uh, so how's your day going, ATC? You do anything exciting today? As far as just the two of us. You've been tired all day. You been getting enough sleep, man, lately? Seems like you've been. If you were telling me the other day, you've been kind of like run down quite a bit lately. You been getting enough sleep? Don't get enough sleep. No wonder you're tired out. Yeah. So you're saying, yeah, that you have been getting enough sleep, but yet you seem to be tired a lot. You guys okay? You and your family all right, man? Could be too the change with the change in the season. We're like in the middle. I know where you're at up there in Canada. It's probably starting to get pretty cool up there now, right? Because here in Cali, we're still in the 90s. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I know. Maybe it's due to the change in the weather up there because I know up you're up in Ontario. You're up there in Ontario, and it's got to be starting to get pretty cool now. Have a lot colder. Yeah, we're still keep hovering back up into the night. We this past weekend had like towards the end of last week we had like and over the weekend we were down in the high 70s and then we shot back up to 90 again starting this week. In the mid to upper 90s. And then from what I just saw, we'll have a couple more days. We'll have a day or two more of 90s, and then we'll start going back down again to like 80s. But that's here in California, or SoCal to be more specific. We're at the 10-minute mark here. Yeah, so I know like the Knuckleheads were talking about this like a couple weeks ago on one of their streams that how you guys are going to really be locked down for Halloween this year. Like they're really locking you all down. Mm. Excuse me one more time here while I go off screen. Set. Mm. So action. What HTG? What kind of anime blocks did you grow up watching? Like when you were watching anime as a kid, teenager, whatever. What were the block? Because I don't know if you got Toonami up there or not, or if it was something a little bit different. No, you probably would have got it through like YTV or something. You would have probably got a lot of your anime through like YTV, right? Oh, now we got three people in here. Yay, three people. Now they're starting to trickle in a bit. Hello, third person. How are you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good day today. Just waiting for a few more people to try to show up before I get started here. Um, it's what 12, like 12:40, 12 minutes 40 seconds here into the video. Um, I didn't really watch a lot of anime until I was in my 20s. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Don't know if I shared this with you before, but um, I didn't even really know what anime was until one night I was flipping through the channels and, of course, went by Cartoon Network. I think it was around midnight or so, and I started watching this anime called Dot Hack Sign. And I got into that. And now, granted, at first I didn't know what exactly anime was, but then, even though Yu Yu Hakusho became my all time favorite anime, Dot Hack Sign was what kind of, you know, let me know what anime was, basically. So, so we got three people in here now. I'll wait a little longer to see if anybody else shows up. Yeah. Dot Hack Sign was a good one. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to dive in. I wanted to dive into that world. Excuse me a moment here. Why I Yeah, I mean, Dot Hack Sign, of course, was a part of the Dot Hack project. You had the video game series, you know, Dot Hack Infection, Mutation. Um, let's see, and then yeah, and those are the two I remember off the top of my head here. And then I know Quarantine, but Quarantine came later. Let's see, Dot Hack Infection, Mutation. I know Quarantine was in there, but I think there was one in between Quarantine and Mutation. So. Um, Yeah, so as I said, and I'll kind of go over. We're now past the 15-minute mark. Give it a few more minutes here. Give it until about 20 minutes. Excuse me, one more time. Sorry. I wonder if part of the reason why people sometimes come in late too is they're just so used to some of the other people boomering it that, like Nick and all them boomering it, that they don't expect it to start. If the stream is scheduled to start at 7, they don't expect it to start at 7, because a lot of times people, a lot of times the streamers are usually late in some form or another. I played Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon. Laugh out loud. I saw the OG Pokemon movie in theaters and got Ancient Mew. Laugh out loud. Mm. Yeah, we got, yeah. So, and I appreciate, of course, likes and shares as well to help, you know, to help, help with the algorithm and all that, and try to get more people in. So let's see, we're coming up on 18 minutes now. Yeah, it's kind of funny because even, I've been starting to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links on Steam recently. It's actually J-Man who kind of told me about it. So, um, building up the characters and their decks and all that. So, anyways, hmm, yeah. So here we are again. I'm just wait. Once we hit, just giving it till about the 20-minute mark, and then I'll like kind of announce what I'm doing for tonight. Basically, have, you know, really, we don't have any major stories I'll be reading off founding in the comics tonight. But there is some news stories I saw today that I'll kind of talk about. Just be giving commentary on those. They're kind of interconnected with each other too. So, um, okay, we're past the 19-minute mark now. So once it hits 20 minutes, then I will get going here. I'll kind of tell y'all what's on tap tonight. So tonight, a bit on my mind and for yourself. You're just not bad at all. Break the chains. Don't. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're at the 20-minute mark now. Hopefully, people will show up soon. But so here's what's on tap tonight. So, couple of stories that are kind of interconnected. Yeah, I'm gonna obviously be giving a bit of a tsunami update, but also, I was watching like Hero Hayes' video on this earlier. I know Crow is probably covering this a little bit too. Um, so there was, I guess it was recently revealed that it was Toei Animation that actually kind of pushed Funimation to hire Johnny Young Bosch for Broly. So he was, I guess that they I guess, you know, Hirohei was covering, I guess, this video interview from a guy named Steven Alvarez, who interviewed both Vic and Vic and Johnny about it. Um, but Vic had pointed out, well, that was Funimation's deal, but then Johnny basically said no, it was actually Toei. Toei was the one who basically made Funimation hire on Johnny Young Bosch to voice Broly. Um, so that that came out. Interesting. So people were wondering if Toei was really having more of a say in it because of the fact, not liking their product being trashed and all that, for some of the backlash that Funimation um, got from it. Um, so with that, there is some other little tidbits of news here, also from the Toonami side of it. Um, and I'll kind of get into that a little bit, go into that a little bit. So, a bit of a couple of some Toonami programming updates for those who might be interested. So last week, of course, this past Saturday, this is a schedule that came about. Now, last week, of course, they pushed the block back to actually okay, so 2 weeks ago is when this current schedule came up. Last week was they pushed it back to 1 to 4 for and preempted Black Clover for a concert. But now for the um let's see now. Oh, actually, no, okay. Actually did start that. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little spinny here. Um so this past Saturday started this new schedule up. But Dragon Ball Super on at midnight, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures um, on at 12:30. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Goblin Win at 12:30. Assassination Classroom at 1. Black Clover 1:30. Fire Force 2. Naruto Shippuden 2:30. Demon. They brought back Demon Slayer to do the reruns of Demon Slayer in the 3 o'clock time slot. This Saturday, the 17th, they're going to be pushing the block back to start at 1 instead of noon and running 1 to 4 because in that first hour they're doing a get out the vote event, basically in the form of a concert. Run the Jewels will be doing a concert on Toonami this Saturday from 12 to 1, and then from 1 to 4 they're preempting Black Clover. Um, they're preempting Black Clover, so so Black Clover won't be shown, but all the other shows will be shown. Also, they made an announcement here as well that on Halloween night from midnight to 5 a.m., which they're including daylight savings time. Don't forget to for those who do have daylight savings time, don't forget to set your clock back an hour. You're getting an extra hour that night. But on Toonami, from midnight to 5 a.m., they're going to be having the Promise Neverland marathon going on. Um, so they're going to be doing what I guess would be like 10 episodes of Promise Neverland. Going to lurk, laugh out loud. I'm stupid, tired. I'm going to make tea. All right. Um, so, anyways, so yeah, they're doing a Promise Neverland marathon on Halloween, and then the following week they're making another adjustment to their schedule. They're I guess because I guess 24th will be the last of Goblin Wit JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So they're moving Assassination Classroom up to 12:30, and then they're putting in a show called Gemosetto Beats. And I looked into that a little bit. It's actually an Adult Swim show. It was an Adult Swim show that originally debuted last year. So so starting on the 7th, the lineup will be as follows: Dragon Ball Super on at midnight, Assassination Classroom on at 12:30, Kimetsu Death Beats on at 1, Black Clover 1:30, Fire Force at 2, Naruto Shippuden on at 2:30, and then at 3 o'clock, um, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. Um, and and pretty much Funimation's dominating. And I did hear something about them possibly starting to go with, because of the COVID stuff going on and all that. Them starting to go with more original programming because they're taking them more time to get the licenses. Excuse me a moment. So it had been rumored that Toonami might be bringing on more original programming, and I think um, Gemetsu here is probably the first of that. Um, Anyways, excuse me one more time. Hmm. Oh, we got 4 people in here now. Yay, 4 people. Hello, fourth person. Welcome to the stream. I hope you. We're talking more or less about Toonami, and I did mention a little bit about. Um, Excuse me again. Sorry, guys. Um, it was also discovered that Toei was actually ones who pushed Funimation to hire Johnny Young Bosch for Broly. So I know Crow's probably gone over that from what I understand as well. Um, Also, I'm just talking about some Toonami scheduling updates. Um, this Saturday, they're having a Get Out the Vote concert on at midnight, and then be having the block from 1 to 4, and then on the 31st, having the Promise Neverland marathon for Halloween night, which does kind of fit because there's some creepiness, some noir aspects about Promise Neverland. Um, and then starting on the 7th, they're bringing. Hey, Woody. Hi, Mike. Hey, hi, Action Toys. Hey, Woody. How you doing, man? Just talking more anime stuff tonight. Yeah. Yeah. So just going through some anime stuff here. So yeah. So Toonami. One of the things I had heard, of course, is that um, Toonami Toonami might be doing some more original programming, and this Yamuseto Death Beats is, I believe, the leave the start of that. Um, as it's taking them a little longer to get licenses and all that. So that's pretty much the news I got for tonight. Just talking a little bit about the Toei story as well as and then just a Toonami update. So with that, what I was going to do to help fill out the time, since there wasn't that much news, um, I've got a question for you guys, and anybody can chime in on this that wants to. Um, for those of you who watched anime blocks or Toonami, let's make it a 3 hour block, so 6 shows. Okay. Would anybody like to um so if you, let's just say you guys were the programming director and you had a chance to schedule a 3 hour block of Toonami programming. You know, what would your ideal block be? What would be your ideal Toonami block? Woody. So I want to hear from you guys here in the comments. What would be your and we'll make it we'll give it like 3 hours. It's, whether that be from like 10 to 1, 12 to 3. So you got a 3 hour block that you get to schedule for Toonami. 3 hours, so that basically be 6 time slots, unless you're talking about movies or OVAs or whatever. Um, you got basically 6 time slots to fill. What's your dream Toonami lineup? If you had a chance to schedule um, a Toonami block, what would be your dream block? Just giving you guys a chance to think about that and respond. You guys had a chance to schedule a Toonami block. What would be your ideal Toonami block? You guys a chance to respond to that. Um, and of course, then I'll give, of course, my views on it as well. Give me a moment here. Okay. Guys, put your thinking caps on and pondering the question I just posed. And don't, of course, guys shouldn't be shy. I know have a one or two lurkers in here. So I'll put it out there one more time here. What if you had a chance to schedule Tsunami? You got a 3 hour block that you get a schedule. What would be your, let's say, ideal or dream lineup for that? Hmm. All right. Well, as nobody else has any ideas, or I guess has any comments on that, I'll tell you guys about what my most idyllic lineup would probably be like. Um, so I'd start, the 3 hours I would cover would be from 11 at night to 2 a.m. So the 11 o'clock hour, midnight, and then 1 a.m. That'd be the 3 hours I would probably use. So I'd start at the first hour would be an action packed hour, probably with Yu Hakusho and Shura no Toki. A lot of good fighting. Really get the blood pumping with some good fighting anime to get started off. Yu Hakusho, of course, has the good story of watching Yusuke kind of mature throughout the series. And then some of the other characters that come into play, like Kuwabara and Hiei. You know, um, watching the character development over those 112 episodes, and then Shura no Toki, kind of more a historical fighting aspect of it. Watching the different. Excuse me a moment. Sorry. I'll be right back, guys. All right, I'm back. Okay, so yeah, so I was talking about idyllic, Toonami block I would schedule. starting off, of course, the Yu Hakusho, and then Shura no Toki, following kind of the generational exploits of a family that developed its own unique style of martial arts, unarmed form of combat, and their interactions with different Japanese historical figures. You know, um, the manga that was based on is called Shura no Man. Um, it's all a pretty interesting story. Guys might want to check out the anime at some point. Then at midnight would be Dot Hack Sign. That the you know I always looked at that as being you know particularly in the wintertime and the colder, darker months. You know, Dot Hack Sign would be cool to watch during those times at midnight. You know, then at 12:30, Noir, which is an anime about assassins. That one was pretty good. And they, even in the debut episode, they had a pretty one of the characters had a pretty interesting way of killing one of her targets. You got to see it for yourself. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but you guys check out Noir. Um, it's an anime about assassins. Okay, Noir, Mad Lax, El Cazador de la Bruja. You guys got to check those three out because there's a bit more surreal. They're a thematic continuity called Girls with Guns trilogy that you guys might want to check out. But yeah, Noir at 12:30, and then at 1 a.m. Mahime. Actually, no, I think I'd go with Bleach first. I'd go with Bleach, then Mahime. So at 1 Bleach, and then 1:30 Mahime. You know, so that'd be basically my ideal Toonami lineup if I had a chance to schedule it. Um, one of many, of course. Because I kind of do my own scheduling, as it were, online. But there's just some interesting shows you guys might want to check out. So now that I've done mine, does anybody else have any thoughts on Anybody else have any thoughts on like what shows you might schedule if you had a chance to schedule like a 3 hour block of Toonami? Yeah, feel free to volunteer any information, guys. Um, and if you had a chance to schedule your own little 3 hour block of Toonami, what shows did you put in? That's basically six time slots. Most of them run, sans commercials, about 22 to 24 minutes. So what six? If you had a chance to schedule a Toonami programming, what would be your dream or ideal lineup? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hmm. And I guess there's just not much interaction tonight, huh? Hmm. I know we have ATC lurking. I know Woody's in here. We have myself, and we have one other person. To the new person who hasn't said anything yet, don't be shy. You're more than welcome to say something. Hmm. All right. Maybe I'll move on to talk about another topic then. Some of the cool, some of the cool kind of sword and sorcery role play. Oh, we got five people in here. Hello, fifth person. How you doing tonight? Hello, fifth person. Have five people now. Yay! The night's anonymity. They just got off um, driving home. All right. Just got off driving home. All right. Well, anonymity. What we basically been talking about. Well, I didn't have a whole lot of news stories tonight. Just talked a little bit about Toei intervening and basically having Funimation hire Johnny Youngbosch as the voice of Broly, and then I also you talked been I was talking about Toonami earlier. Was even suggesting people may want to see what trying to what their idea if they had a chance to schedule Toonami, um, what would be their favorite, what would be their ideal lineup for Toonami if had a chance to block, if they had a chance to schedule a 3 hour block, six is like six time slots. So that's basically what we've been doing. Yeah. So yeah. So anyways, feel free to if you guys have any thoughts on what your favorite tuna what your ideal tsunami lineup would be, go ahead and share with the group. Cotton Eye Joe, I don't mind where you want to go. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Cotton Eye Joe, I don't mind where you want to go. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Hmm. Hmm. Excuse me a moment. All right. All right. Well, if nobody's got any thoughts on what their ideal Toonami lineup would be. I'll go back to trying move forward. So, I recently started watching Record of Lotus War. Again, I've seen that a few times. So I was just thinking about, what are some good, like sword and sorcery, fantasy type animes out there. Record of Lotus War is one. Maze is actually pretty good too. That one's very interesting. Um, let's see. Berserk is probably one of the more darker versions of sword and sorcery anime. In which the knights would eventually be fighting demons. Um, Kiba was actually pretty good. Um, Not Kiba Inuzuka. There was an actual anime called Kiba, and that one was pretty good. It's been a while since I watched it though. Um, what are some other ones? Legendary Heroes is pretty good. More Beto, Guardian of Spirit. That one's pretty interesting as well. Hmm. I don't you guys have anything to say? Anything to comment on? Whether it be your favorite Toonami lineup. Oh, we got 5 people in here. Yay, 5 people again. Either, any commentary on what your idyllic Toonami lineup might be, or favorite like RPG. Well, I guess you can even call the Dot Hack series kind of a RPG style anime as well, because that one, of course, really, whether and what in the anime side of it, Dot Hack Sign, Dot Hack Legend of the Twilight, Dot Hack Roots, those were all pretty good and had good music with them too. With Finction Junction Yuki doing the music for that. Um, yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Looks like we're at the 54-minute mark. Just past it. We're at 54 and a half minutes here into the stream. So coming up on an hour mark. Still did pretty good to talk for as much as I did here. With with no stories to really read here. Just talking about just general stuff. Primarily anime. And to the newer people in here, feel free to join in the conversation there. You know, um, you can give us an idea of how you might schedule your own ideal Toonami block, or your favorite RPG, role playing game or RPG style anime might be. Or you can ask me you can bring up you can ask me any questions you want. The answer, give it to you. If I can't, I can always look it up. Um, so Hmm. 嗯 5 people watching. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, so basically, as I said, there's just a lot of good animes out there to watch. Um, so, does anybody want to share what maybe their favorite DC Comics type style cartoon was their favorite growing up? Move on to another topic here. Part of my watching right now. I started rewatching some of the old filmation DC comic cartoons. From late '60s. Superman, Aquaman, Howard Adventure, New Adventures of Superman, Aquaman, Hawkman, Green Lantern, Flash, Atom, Justice League. Those cartoons in the late '60s. There, of course, down to four, which. Oh, we got the person came back. In and out, in and out, in and out. That's what a hamburger's all about. Yeah, okay. We're we're coming up on 59 minutes, so we're coming up on an hour in the stream here. Um, I think since there's not much to talk about, and we're coming up on an hour already. I'm probably going to probably get ready to wrap this up early tonight here. Maybe at the 1 hour mark, I'll see if you guys want to do see if you guys are ready for this day in each history. Let's see, got just under 20 seconds to go. 15, hmm, and 10. All right, so are you guys ready for this day in each history? Because I think I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping this up a bit. We'll do this day in each history, then we'll probably be done for the night. Let's see. I'm just reviewing some of the stuff here. 1980. Yeah, okay. Yet. Yay! All right. Okay, so here we go. So today is Tuesday, October the 13th, 2020. Um And so we're going to take a look back on this date in each history. So what happened on this date in each history? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to head forward in time to 1980, or I'm sorry, head back 40 years ago to 1980. So the first thing I'm going to talk about here is on this date in 1980, and from San Francisco, California, on this date in 1980, 40 years ago today, Bob Sweeten, known as Mr. Piledriver, um, wins the San Francisco version of the NWA United States Heavyweight Championship from Ron Starr. Ron Starr, of course, would become a 2 or 3 time NWA World Junior Heavyweight Champion. Um, so on this date, 40 years ago today, Bob Sweeten wins the San Francisco version of the NWA United States Heavyweight Championship from Ron Starr. Also, and 1980 is just so nice that we have to hit it twice. So on this day as well in 1980, on Nippon TV in Japan, the anime Ashita no Joe, translated as Tomorrow's Joe, would make its debut on Nippon TV on this date in 1980. So on this date in 1980, in the realm of anime, Ashita no Joe, also known as Tomorrow's Joe, Tomorrow's Joe 2, the second series, would premiere on Nippon TV. And then we move ahead to 19. We're going to move ahead here to 1995. As soon as I can get it here. There's a bit of more morbid news, as it were, on this. So on this date in 1995, American animator um, Michael Law passed away at the age of 83. Michael Law was known most for his work alongside Tex Avery. He was a lead animator on a number of Tex Avery's directions. He also was involved with Harmon Ising, particularly in the last Happy Harmonies short, The Little Bantamweight. He's so basically, so on this date in 1995, Michael Law would pass away at the age of 83 on this date in 1995. So 25 years ago today, Michael Law would pass away at the age of 83. American animator, involved, who's known best, whose work is best known with Tex Avery, as well as Harmon Ising Productions. And finally, we'll move ahead to 2004. On this date in 2004, the 820th issue of Action Comics went on sale on this date in 2004, which was, of course, 16 years ago today. In a story written by Chuck Austin, Superman would battle a Banshee in the story titled Wail of the Banshee. So on this date in 2004, Superman would take on the Banshee in Wail of the Banshee in Action Comics number 820, which went on sale on this date, 2004. So with that, guys, I appreciate you guys coming in tonight and giving me the likes and shares as best as you can. Just sorry we couldn't get as much of a conversation going, but I'm glad you guys came in anyways. And I will hopefully see you all tomorrow night. Bye.